Why are you looking like that?
The bug flew in my face, okay?
It's so annoying.
You get so mad at me. A
Because
bug,
you're looking weird.
well, a bug flew and let bug fly in your face and see how your face is going to look.
Okay. Well, I asked why would you looking like that? You could just
All you gotta say is oh.
Simply.
All you gotta say is oh.
Simply.
This thing's zooming around here like a speed racer.
Because the lights.
Why? Why?
So we got out the line, got our wristband. Was worried. Like we really knew we ain't gonna have no view. We just chalked it up. That's it. You know, every year, you know, you win some, you lose some. This is our year to lose something because we chose to get our pictures, which I definitely do not regret. Compared to what we had to go through at Citi Field to try to get one, I'm so glad that we stood in that line. So, very happy. I don't regret it because by the time when we stepped into Prudential Center, it was packed towards the bottom of the stage, which was fine because we kind of figured. So the security guard, she just said, keep going. And I said, there's no room. She said, just keep going. I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep going. We saw openness. We just saw floor. We saw barricade. We saw people, one line of people sitting over there. No people sitting right here. I'm like, is this real? And, you know, it kind of works out for us because when we first went into last year, we had one shot towards the bottom of the stage, and then in Chicago we were up towards the top of the stage to the main stage. So it worked out the same way. We were at the main stage for New York. We had a really great show. Here's some footage of our New York tour. I know we got some things of J-Hope. I got some things of Minyungi and her new. Did you show them your beautiful?
No, I'm not showing that.
Whatever. We got merch. That's at Citi Field. Of course, we got my boo with his love, his trivia love. You know, very, very happy. Thanks to my sister because I'll show you a little footage of me trying to film, and I really can't. I really don't have attention when it comes to him. Like my eyes and my hands go, and attention span, everything. What else did we get? Oh, that's it. Yeah, that was about it. It was pretty good. I did not like the whole. It was so good because we had so much room to dance. To like enjoy the crowd, to enjoy each other, like to really interact. It was really good in New York. I loved it.
New York was the best show.
It was the best show. It was the best concert. That was the best show because we had room. Like you can enjoy. Like I did not. We were hyped from the moment we saw the videos to all the way to the end when they were doing "Love Yourself," like the whole way through. And we got to see them leave. And our show was on Jungkook's little, was it GCL? Mm-hmm. It was our show, the 29th show. So that show you how special our show was.
So when we got there, there was like this guard that was saying like we needed to go to these two girls to get our number and everything. And as soon as he said that, I was just like, I ain't going to nobody. I was like, I don't care about. I was like, I don't care about this number system, okay? I don't care. And so I thought that I was still under the impression that they were not, what's that word called?
Honoring.
They were not honoring it. And so I was like, I don't care, it doesn't matter. But it turned out that they were like somewhat honoring it at the end of it all. But basically we had to get some numbers, okay? So we got the number. Our numbers were like 1200.
Mine was like 1205.
Yeah. Like 1204 and 1205. And then some girl behind us came in. And her number was like 1064.
Right.
And so we were like, I was like, how did she get 1000 and we're 1200? And so I asked the girl, I was like, what's up with these numbers? Like, why are we 1200 and she's like 1,000, like her and her friends. And then she was like, oh, I'll look at it, I'll check it out. Yeah, that's weird, I'll check it out. Basically, one girl messed up all the numbers starting at her behind us. All the numbers up to us were okay, but right after us, the numbers started getting messed up. So we was like, what?
Time out. Not to mention all of the people that came behind us, because we were the last row of our pen or a barricade. They weren't numbered. Just to keep that in mind.
All the people, so people that were after us were the last people to get numbered. All the people that came on that last one, they had no numbers.
No numbers.
It was just craziness.
They stopped at our pen.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah.
We call it a pen because security guard. If y'all was at City Field, y'all would have heard the security guard saying,
"Guys, chill. Stay in your pens, alright?"
So he said that. So anyways.
It was crazy.
Right, it was. And then so we got so after all that mess, they were like, okay, tents gotta be down by this time. Y'all gotta be in line by this time. Get there by like 1 o'clock tomorrow.
But while we went to go put our stuff up, we got up at 4. It was like 4:30 in the morning to go take our stuff all the way back over that bridge, back to the parking garage. We were following rules, okay? We're rule followers. Everyone from that back pen jumped over and got in our side.
Yeah! And they all didn't have a number.
They all didn't have a number.
All going crazy.
So they were trying to cut. And so when we got back, it was so funny and ironic that the 2 girls that was like the 4 girls that was behind us, we were looking for them. One was really nice because she had this pretty vibrant pink hair. So I'm like, how hard is it to find pink hair? Really hard.
Yeah, because there was a few people that had pink hair at
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you will be surprised how many times if you're looking for pink hair, how many times you'll find pink hair. So we couldn't find them. So we end up all meeting up because we all left at the same time. So I saw one. I said, oh, there she is. So we all found each other. So we end up finding by our numbers, thank goodness, because everyone from the back all smashed into our side of the barricade and we were all scrambled up. So the people who didn't have numbers were trying to sponge and try to cut us who had numbers, or they said, oh, they didn't give me a number, I think I was behind you, or make up some kind of whatever crazy excuse to get in our line. So that's what happened when we were gone, and it was so chaotic. Like, I have anxiety really bad, and I had instant anxiety. Like, I was just freaking out because I'm like, there's no way these people are gonna let us get through. We were literally packed like sardines. It's like putting 3 pounds of meat in a 1 pound bag. They were all, didn't care. People left their food everywhere. People left their tents, their everything. So yeah, that was the biggest detail, because remember when I was saying they didn't have numbers, they all jumped the thing. I don't know what made them, what went off in their head, but they just booked it. So we were panicking.
So when we got our wristbands, we got in the line for merch. Well, I got in the line for merch first. And it ended up moving like really quick because we thought that was the line to get in there and to just go right into wherever we needed to go. But what actually happened was when we got in the line, we went around that, we had to go in another line and go around that to get the merch. So it ended up being a really long wait, okay? And then she got in the line for the BTS studio, and and it was really quick at the time when she got in there because it was still early. So I was like, yeah, okay, like you said it went fast. I was like, I'm just gonna go in there after I get the merch, because I really wanted merch whenever we went to Newark, but they sold out of My Boo, and they sold out of Your Boo.
My Boo went first.
I was like,
my baby went first.
I was like, I need some merch. I don't care. Like, I need some merch. And so I stayed in that line. So then I got out of the line, and it was like 2 times longer whenever I got in there. Like the BTS studio line, I was like, man, I don't even know if we're going to be able to do it, because we had to be in line for wristband to get an order for wristband at 1 o'clock, and it's like 12 o'clock. So, I know it was like 12 12:15 or so. I don't remember what time it was.
It was
Like,
12:15. Yeah, it was like 12 o'clock when we started. But then when we got out of it, it was like 1:30.
Yeah, we got out pretty late because we were like, we don't care. We saw somebody who was behind us in line, and she's like, I'm not going till 2.
Right.
We were just like, I don't care. So we went through the studio and like we got pictures and stuff, but I don't
We
know.
got footage of it.
We might show. I don't know. Anyway, so we went in the studio, whatever, and then we got out of there and we got in the line. I was holding all the merch in this little book bag that they gave us, and I was
I'm
like,
so grateful for that.
right, because I didn't want to hold it in my hands. I
Oh,
didn't
I
want to
was so
like
grateful
bend
because
it or anything.
that was our whole thing. Because we were like, okay, well, while we're in line, you can go back and take the stuff back
Right.
to the car.
And so
or we can go back to the car. They're like, because my phone was dead.
Plot twist.
Her phone was dead.
Plot twist.
And I was like, well, we can go back to the car. We're just lining up to see who's where.
Who said you go back to the car? Nah. See, look, we were like, yeah, we were thinking like that. Yeah, just go back to the car. I was like, delete, it's gonna be fine. Cause she was freaking out.
Oh, my phone did.
I was like,
I was like, on tears.
don't worry about your phone. I was like, we don't have to be, I was like, they're not letting people in until 4 o'clock. We don't gotta really be here until 4 o'clock. So I was just like, listen, we don't really need to be worried about nothing right now. Just calm down. I'm gonna just go to the car while you wait in line, because all it was to get arranged, you know. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the car. So I go up to the lady because I literally had no way. Everything was barricaded off.
Yes.
I had no way to get out. So I was like, ma'am, I have to go to my car and put some things away. Where do I go to leave? She's like, well, if you leave now, you're risking the chance of you keeping your spot. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, I have a wristband. Like, I don't get it. And so I asked her, I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, we're trying to get everything organized. You're running the risk of being organized if you leave right now. So I was just like, oh god dang it. I was like, okay, alright. So I go back and I tell her, I'm like, they said we can't leave right now. So what ended up happening was I ended up leaving anyway. I found a way to get out. And I was like, I told her, I was like, I'm gonna be gone for a half an hour, and if something happened, just gotta roll, you know, just gotta happen.
I was
She took her
like,
ticket,
yeah, and I was like,
you
give me
know.
my ticket. It's
Right.
good to follow your first mind. I was like, give me my ticket,
Yeah.
and I say, here's my phone, and then I'll catch you on the other side.
Right. So I went to the car. I put the stuff away, freshened up my makeup, and charged the phones, all that. And I was like, all right, her phone is at 40%, my phone is at 80%. We good for the night. I was like, all right, I'm walking back,
Where the line at?
and the line is gone. I was like, what do you mean? What you mean? Where the line at? I thought they went in the stadium. I was so scared. I said, see, this is why we can't leave. I said, this is why we cannot leave. So I go back and I'm like, okay, the line is gone. Where would they possibly be? So I see a few lines like lined up, and they're like, this is for the rotunda or something. They're like, this. I was like, first thing I did was look at their wrist. Okay, I know all GA has a wristband. So I look at the wrist, I didn't see any wristbands. So I'm thinking that it's the other people, because they separated us by blue, yellow, and pink wristbands. So I'm thinking it's some GA that didn't get wristbands, right? Which is stupid to think because everybody got their wristbands before we even moved. But so I'm thinking it's somebody who didn't get the wristbands, and I'm like, what's this line for? They're like, this is for the rotunda or something like that. And I'm like, oh god. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, whatever. So I'm walking and I asked the guard, I'm like, I have GA, and I don't know where the lines went. I was like, did I miss them? I was like freaking out. And she's like, no, what color wristband? I show her. She's like, okay, you're going to be up in here. You know, you got to go through security and they'll help you out. So I go up there and I'm going through security. And then I finally get out of security after I tried to get out like 3 times and I kept missing a step. And so I go into the line.
And scanning the wrong ticket.
Yo, yeah, I scanned her. So basically what happened was she took her ticket. We had duplicate copies of the ticket. I didn't know which ticket she took, so I took both of them. So I scanned one and it was already used, so it was voided. And he's like, this isn't it. And I'm like, okay, all right, don't worry, I got another one. So I take the other one out. He's like, okay, yeah, that's it. So once I get through there, he's like, okay, what number is your wristband? I tell him, and he's like, you're going to be on this 4th aisle down here. I'm like, okay, great. So I go in there, and everybody's sitting with their legs crossed or their legs out and, like, just sitting down. And I'm like, oh, my God. I don't know how to get through this line. So I'm walking through, stepping over people, and then this one black girl, she's like,
I don't know how you gonna get through here. We all sitting down. We all got our legs out. I don't know how you supposed to get through here.
I'm like, I said, I have to. I was like, my sister is up there. I have to get up there because I need to give her items. I said, everything is with me. I need to go up there to be with her. I said, I'm asking you nicely for you to please move so I can step and go. And she just moved over. I'm like, I didn't say
you
that.
You gotta be like that.
And she just move on back.
And meanwhile, like, I'm sitting, like, looking. I'm like,
right.
Okay. So then I felt real guilty because I'm like, I left my sister to go over that crazy bridge with those crazy, like, these people that try to hand you something. I don't know what they were trying to hand out. I didn't want
handing out a lot of stuff.
So at that same time, I had something that went off. Like, I had this feeling like I need to find my sister before we start moving. So at that time, I heard my name being called. I heard Shalea. And I'm like, looking, I'm like, I hear my name. I don't see nothing. When I look back, I see nothing but faces that I don't recognize. So I was just like, okay. And then we all stood up, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, please don't stand up. Like, that's the worst thing, because I'm like, I'm never going to find Derica again. And then Derica ended up, when we stood up, I looked, and I just saw a little hand waving, and I was just like, there she is. So I wiggled my way back. People looked at me like I was crazy. They're like, what are you doing? Like, I'm going back to get my sister. Like, I went back and got Derica, pulled her, literally, no exaggeration, pulled her towards me because they weren't letting her go. Like, people are brutal. Like, you may think GA period is like a dog for dog, like scrapping, like a Hunger Games kind of environment. It's nothing compared to what we had to endure at Citi Field. Like, Citi Field, literally, they eat you alive.
Right.
And so we end up getting back, walking in, waiting for a good long time too, another few hours, getting inside the arena, waiting for another 3 hours, 2 hours there while it's daylight. So when it started to get dusk, I'm thinking around 7 o'clock, it was 6 or 7? 6?
Yeah, 6.
I think it's 6. At 6 o'clock, they started the show. And it was
oh no,
wonderful.
7 o'clock they started the show. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, what was
7
it?
o'clock.
It was 7?
But it was like, you know, they always be a couple minutes after because they play all those music videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it was like probably like 7:15. But something happened. I mean, something popped into my head. Remember whenever everybody was, they were already in their formation of the lines. We were still in our pens. And they were in the formation of the lines. And everybody was like, woo! Yes! Yes! And we were like, why are they saying yes? Are we moving? Like, are they moving? And then the girl, there's just this random girl, she's like, the walk of shame. She's like, everybody's going to the back. She was
quick recap. Those people that came, they took a bus from Chicago, I guess maybe from the Chicago show here, well, not here, but to Citi Field. They came around, 11, 12 midnight? So they all tried to get back because their friends were holding their spots. So when they were holding their spots, everyone was like, security was gone. The guy, like the head guy, he was gone for the night. So I guess security said, just stay where you are and we'll deal with this in the morning because I'm not dealing with this. Right. Meanwhile, I saw X Celeste. She was up there recording, and she is really nice. She is really pretty and she's really nice. Like, I saw her all throughout Citi Field, and you guys probably did too if you were there. Like, she was everywhere. But she was there in her little, she had a North Face jacket. It was cold. And she was filming that night, and then we saw her during the day at the BTS studios. She had her Tay headband on and her shorts and stuff. She was really sweet. Anyway, I was able to say hi to her, and she was just asking what was going on. I'm like, I don't know what's going on either. Like, because everyone started rushing from everywhere, wanted to know what was going on, because this big crowd of people that was streaming was trying to get into the first barricade, which is like the top of the line.
Right.
So anyway, we got in there, and what happened? Oh, they were also filming Burn the Stage 2 at both shows.
Yeah.
And
there was a lot of filming going on.
It was a lot.
A lot. I was like, man, what are they? Like at first, I was like, what are they filming for? And then I realized, and then now there's talk that the movie is about to come out. So.
Like we were talking about, like it was a line. It was crazy because when we had to go through like this maze of going through the dugout and all this stuff because we were on the main field. When we got there, we went straight. And we didn't realize, like, once you, put my hand, we went straight and we saw a little bit of the barricade and there was some people sitting. So we were probably like 4th row. But the thing was that we didn't think of, like, we need to go get some water. Because I was like, Derica, we need to get water. Derica went back to get water, wiggled through. Then, like, 10 minutes go past, I didn't see my sister. I'm like, oh my goodness. As I look, I see rows of head that was growing. I look back and it was
more rows of people's heads.
And I'm like, oh my goodness. The only thing that saved us was Minyungi. Because I threw up the Minyungi picture and I said, I'm gonna, Minyungi. I'm like, follow Minyungi. So I was waving him. People are like, oh yeah, that's a nice. I'm like, I'm doing that to like signal my sister so I don't lose her. But we found each other. We had water. Main thing, if you're in GA, anytime of GA, even if you're not in GA, if you're sitting, whatever, drink some water. People, like after the concert, people were dropping like flies. They were dropping like crazy.
They were not ready. See, we are mentally prepared. We know what we're going into. Mm-hmm. We know this is GA. We are gonna be hot. We're gonna be sweaty. We're gonna be a little bit dehydrated, but we're gonna make it out alive. And we do every single time. I don't know how, but we do. And I just honestly, I feel like a lot of those people, they did not know what they were getting themselves into.
It was not. Yeah. Because a lot of them, like a lot of people we talked to, it was their first BTS concert.
Right.
And I'm like, it's good, but it's kind of like,
that's
are you like, really prepared?
Yeah, and I wonder, will they ever go to another one now?
I don't know if BTS will even come back, because we were like, I know they're going to come back, not saying that. But I might do another like stadium tour without having some kind of strict, strong guidelines. Excuse me. Having some strict, strong guidelines that has to be enforced. And I'm all about getting great views of the guys. I'm all about having a great, atmosphere and everything like that. But I really am, like as a nurse, I am all about safety first. Because it makes a good impression, like when you really care about the people around you, like Namjoon said, your neighbors are your friend. Don't hurt your friends, because the thing is that people were literally elbowing, pushing, stomping, crushing. People brought merch in that was smashed. People lost keys. People had panic attacks. People were throwing up. They were passing out. They were losing each other. Like one person got separated from their whole family. They were totally at barricade, and I am not kidding you. They were at barricade and got pushed all the way towards the back of the whole GA line.
Yeah, and she had a panic attack.
Yeah, literally had a panic attack. Like I had to tell her, I'm like, I'm a nurse, I'm gonna help you, just breathe, because she was about to lose it.
Yeah. And so they have to like carry her out.
Yeah.
I felt bad for her after she left. Like during it, when she was having a panic attack, I didn't know like how serious it was, because I've seen people be like, freaking out, and it's not as intense. But with her, it was like her breathing.
You could tell, yeah.
She was like she was freaking out. She was crying. I was like, oh my gosh.
And that's what I was talking. I'm like, look at me. You're fine. You're good. Right. I'm gonna take you here. You gotta kind of, they mirror what your reaction is, and I really thank all of the fans, all the armies that were there who actually looked out and notified someone, knew that something wasn't right, and they notified someone and got someone help, because that helped out a lot.
Yeah.
There were just so many like red flags that could have been avoided. You can't avoid everything, but some things could be. Some people, like, they need to have guidelines. If you're gonna camp out 2 days before the event, no more, because that cuts down on trash. There was a lot of trash, people fighting, people being aggressive, the pushing, like just everything. You know, yes, there are some people that can control themselves and that have manners and that will clean up and do all that stuff, yes, but for the few that don't, ruins it for everyone else. And then those venues are saying, I'm not going to have BTS at our venue because of their fans. Right. And we don't want to have that. If they're going to have campers camp out a few days before, which is fine, have a system. Don't have one day when you're doing the wristband. Like, if people are going to camp, to make sure someone get their spot, you wristband them that moment, at that night. You know, you can start camping out at, you know, I don't know, 3 o'clock, whatever. You know, when you get there, you're going to get a wristband, you're going to get a number. That's your spot. So then they don't have to worry about all these people coming in, pushing and shoving and trying to cut to get a good spot. And you already been wristband.
Right, and it's still first come, first serve, because whenever you get there, that's when you get your wristband. You just don't have to wait until the morning where situations happen like what happened with us. People from Chicago or people from the show before come in and cut you. You avoid all of that by giving them the wristband right when they get there.
Or when you get your ticket, you get a wristband, and then they have a lottery. That make it more random. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna have to start thinking of ways of being alternative, because this is crazy. To go to a concert and to see the news be focused on the fans instead of the band. They're just looking at like how dedicated. Yes, we're very loyal, and yes, we're dedicated. There's no doubt about that. But for them to say, oh, well, you know, look at these what does she call them? Our creature comforts. They left their creature comforts behind, and people are leaving tents, their sleeping bags, mattresses, spreads, blankets, pillows, clothes,
everything.
Shoes, like merch. There was someone that left their merch at Newark against everything. That is a little bit embarrassing. All I'm saying is that they need to find a system, stick with it, and then we'll all abide by it. I'm sure in Korea they don't deal with that. I don't want to have a sit-down concert. I don't want to stand up and dance.
Right.
They're going to make us have a sit-down concert. That's horrible. Like, I'm sorry, in Korea that's fine, but I can't sit down. You know?
Yeah, I think they do. I don't know. They might.
Maybe because it's televised. Maybe it's because it's televised.
It's televised here too, because they have it. They got the DVD. It might as well be televised too. Either way,
they all sit down.
Can see. Either way, the cameras can see the stage, whether you standing up or not.
I can't do it. I don't want them to change their methods. I really want them to come here, especially for the Rap Line concert. I want J-Hope, and I feel like J-Hope is trying to say something when he was doing that Ha song. When J-Hope did the Ha song at Newark, I think that was a clue. And we're going to get a Rap Line concert. I really feel, because all three of the Rap Lines got their albums out. June, if you're going to do an RM2, you better do it quickly. Oh, speaking of which, here's a bonus. Look at this. K-Con, we were trying to figure out something to do for the boys. Like, I wanted to make a RM shirt. I was all about RM, which I still am, but alright, so my mom was cleaning out the closet and found our old sketches. Oh my goodness. These old sketches I made. Oh my goodness. I really thought I was really creative. Like, look at this. R plus M equal monster. This is when he went by Rap Monster, but I hated Rap Monster. I never liked Rap Monster. So everything I did was always about RM. RM 2016. This is K-Con. Oh my goodness, what is this one?
RM.
RM.
This is before he said my name is RM.
RM. Yeah, I always.
Before he said.
I put rap God something, voice awakening, throw away. That's Boya. Do you rush? Reflections. Oh, this could be what you call. You're right.
Yeah.
This is probably
From the mixtape.
From Wings because I put reflections.
I don't know what it's from.
But it's from 2016.
Right,
I made it in 2016. So this is probably when it first dropped.
Yes.
So it's reflections. I put rap. Oh my goodness. So this is what I wanted to do for the front of it. Look at this.
No, you love me, boy. So you busted. You busted.
I really thought I was doing something. Here's my favorite.
I told you I'm a monster. Monster.
RM. Okay, and what's this one?
These are t-shirt ideas.
R
Like
plus
the front
M.
and the back of a t-shirt.
Look, I made an equation. R plus M equals monster. RM. 216.
No, you know what? R plus M equals RM divided no monster. Ah! He cut off that monster.
Yeah, I divide that monster. Blah, blah.
Oh my goodness, I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, look at this. I was like, oh my goodness. That was in 2016. So they didn't do the Wing Store until 2017. So this is a whole year or so, within a year before they did that. I'm up here calling him, I always call him RM. Or Lep. Or
And
Jill.
you know what I'm mad about? Okay, she had her little nicknames for RM, for Rap Monster, for Lep, for June. She had all that, right? Let me just say this, okay? When I first came up in the spot, I heard sugar. That turned me off, completely off. I said no. I don't want that as my bias because that name Sugar, it don't sound right. You know, I said, no, I don't like that. And so, he wasn't my bias at first. But then, when I came around to get to know who he was behind the name, I was like, man, his name is Min Yoongi. I said, man, I love that man, okay? Min Yoongi. 3 syllables. Min Yoongi. I always call him Min Yoongi. None of y'all people call him Min Yoongi. Y'all all call him Sugar. Me Sugar. Oh, meow, meow, cat mess, okay? I call him Min Yoongi. Now all of a sudden this year.
I call him Yonki Min.
And all of a sudden this year, everybody wants to call him Min Yoongi. I'm upset. I'm very upset. Y'all never use his real name. Y'all always use his stage name. Why y'all wanna use that? You know? And I call him Minnie Pooh. Y'all gonna take that from me now too.
They bet not. I got you, bud.
I'm so upset. Y'all need to get your own names. Get your own names. Stop taking the name. I've never seen one of y'all's use Min Yoongi.
She went back to our grandma. Our grandma.
I never seen one of y'all's use Min Yoongi. Y'all always said Min Sugar. Stop lying to me right now. Y'all always said Min Sugar. I'm mad. I'm mad.
Say you did. Now I'll knock you
Say
out.
you use Min Yoongi.
I'll knock you out.
I knock you up so quick. I kill you. I kill you. No. Oh, let me take the time.
I still a little bit sick.
Oh, I got it good. I got that.
I still a little bit sick. So
she got sick when we was traveling.
Do I look like sick?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah. It's really cool like to have this. A lot of y'all was asking us, I forgot, where we got a sweatshirt from. Redbubble.com. You can get whatever you want, any kind of things. We wanted ours in Korean, so we got our Korean sweatshirts. Check it out, Redbubble.
This video is not sponsored. We wish it was sponsored, but Redbubble, go ahead, check it out.
That's where I get all my stuff from.
Right.
You can get anything made. But anyway, thank you guys for checking it out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, please mark it below. Don't forget to like, share,
subscribe.
Subscribe.
Don't you ever forget to subscribe. And don't forget to live,
love, and lead.
And we will see you in the next one.
Don't ever.
R to the M, monster.